Okay, so starting a new Jade Empire thing. I was thinking about doing a master one, but the only person I've finished the game with so far is this model, and I don't like her script and I don't like her look very well. I prefer this one. So we're going to make this a custom. Last time I did this as a focus heavy. This time I think I'm going to do a chi heavy, which is kind of dangerous. Actually, this is rather balanced. So, yeah, this is a balanced thing. I'll accept that. And, okay, Heavenly Wave you have to pick to start. Thousand Cuts... Leaping Tiger is the Wolverine style, which is why I never take it. Thousand Cuts is kind of goofy looking. It would be okay, but you really do this, this, it looks like Flurry from City of Heroes, sort of. It's a little bit disappointing. So I'm going to take Legendary Strike. I don't like White Demon because it's too slow. Legendary Strike. Okay, done. Yes. And Scullerling, we're going to take her a random name. Stalker Beifong. Lioness Ling Zi. Tempting Ji Ying. Morning Mist Han Rui. Charming Yu Yifu. Peerless Yi Mei. Harmonious Yin Ping. Thriving Bao Zhen. Okay, Flowering Gulan. Spiritual Etienne. Smiling. Yeah. Okay. This is one of the things, Christian, Western European sensibilities you're not supposed to boast about yourself. A lot of the wuxia type sensibilities, which is not standard Asian sensibility. Standard Asian is pretty humble. But the wuxia type warrior types are very boastful, and their names are very boastful. So, well, I think I like Flowering Zui Wen. Here we go. So this is more of a balanced concept. Yeah, that's Leaping Tiger. I have Wolverine claws. Really, Wolverine claws get overdone. It's okay on one or two characters, but when it's I don't mind the set.
I
Otherwise, it's
swear,
very
one of these days I'll
spectacular.
find a way around your guard. For all that, he's trained you to be the best of us. You're not Master Li yet. I would welcome another match with you, though. Let's say one more before we break for the day. Let us begin.
I'm going to be a little bit more of a bitch on this than I usually do. I'm going to be a bit more snarky. Yes, I always play female characters. Now, the blocking is not very well a good idea, really. Because of that. You can't move while blocking.
I am healed.
There we go. The evasion is kind of one of the things I really like about this game. It's very... I often do evasions like that just for the beauty of it. And I like the design of this character. She's, well...
Did you see?
She has
Master Li is
pants.
watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in
Doesn't
watching
show
his
all that
students
much
practice.
skin compared to the other two female models.
I learn something every time we meet, proving that
And
loss
the
sometimes
ribbons...
is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it. You are gracious as always. I regret Master Lee told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance.
I should learn
He
not
said
to
you could
click
take your time, so you
early.
need not rush.
since I'm recording this.
He specifically told me that it was no rush, so I didn't think it would. You have some time to wander the school and talk with other students.
I
Smiling
clicked
Mountain
early
likely
again.
has some of the younger students available if you want to spar.
Woohoo! Spar!
I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
Wherein a master foretells of doom. A rival challenges for station, and the past haunts the present. This is pretty much, this style of introduction is based off of the classic Chinese literature like Romance of the Three Kingdoms and Journey to the West, mostly romance, mostly Three Kingdoms, because this summarizes what's going to happen in the chapter. Soon know more about how you came here and where your mutual lead. All the while, strange tales begin to spread of ghosts that will not rest and shadowy assassins who heed no law. Okay. So he said we can wander around. We're gonna do that.
Typical.
Ah. Okay. This is...
Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Lee, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train me until he talks to you.
See, this is one of the only situations where you're going to beat up on Nathan Fillion's, on a character played by or voiced by Nathan Fillion, and enjoy it. This guy is a creep. He's not the worst creep in the game, which is sad. Sad commentary that he's not the worst creep in the game. He's an introductory creep.
What? The old man? That's what he is. Young men don't get mired in foolish beliefs like the belief that your training is more important than everyone else's. If anything, you disrespect this school by monopolizing so much of the master's attention.
Let's try to think carefully about how much you value your arms.
I've heard worse threats from children. I know you'd never start anything without you. You wouldn't dare risk your status as exemplar to us all.
Beating a dog.
When did your tongue develop such barbs? Be careful lashing it around like that. Someone might tear it out for you. Master Lee wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually receive some education at this school.
Now again, I've recently finished this, so I'm going to have to... Yay, I received martial styles. That doesn't give me anything. Each of these gives me experience, though. Okay. Ooh, 10. Eventually you get to the point where each book stand or scroll
One day
stand...
I'll reach your level of skill, but not unless I keep practicing with Smiling Mountain.
Yeah, the book stands seem to give you more XP every time you read them, except at the
It is
beginning.
an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City. You're right. Sometimes I just feel that I'm so far behind you that I may never catch up. I don't waste Master Lee's time. I just feel very new to the school. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long...
Yeah. The only one here?
She also came here very young, didn't she? The two of you are generally considered the most advanced students here.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
Oh, well, you know.
I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do. Well, perhaps Gao, but he lacks discipline. That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability. Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves. Beyond that, the only other person I know well is Smiling Mountain, the sparring master. I know she is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. It obviously makes her feel different, and that's not right.
No, it's not.
I think she was given a gift. Unlike responsibility, it may not always be pleasant, but it's something she should be proud of. It shouldn't isolate her. I have seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is angered when others still see him for what he is, a crass and spoiled bully. Well, he doesn't come close to Master Lee's skill, but Smiling Mountain is good for the younger students. He pairs novices with more advanced students, so... I have heard about and seen your skill, but I haven't been here long enough to know much more. Most of the students seem to appreciate your abilities.
Yes, my abilities are beyond compare.
I hate to put words in other people's mouths, but it's obvious that Gao does not favor you. Master Lee has been a mediator of sorts, but Gao responds poorly to authority. He is one man and guides his students well. My last school had 2 masters who feuded all the time.
Remember
Made
that.
learning very difficult.
Yes, two masters.
At the Black Leopard School, I learned the bare basics of a style under First Brother Kai, but not enough to say I'd mastered anything more than a few core techniques. I'd demonstrate, but I don't think I even could. Master Lee's teachings have been so much more effective that I have forgotten most of what I learned in the capital. I'll answer what I can. It's funny, but I still want to look over my shoulder. I have to remember that we are a long way from the ears of the Lotus Assassins. They're the Emperor's personal guardians. In the Imperial City, they watch everyone and everything, looking for those who would question the course of the Empire.
There is something horribly, horribly wrong when the Emperor's chief bodyguards are called assassins.
The Lotus Assassins visit people who ask a lot of questions. The Emperor hasn't been seen much recently. His advisors run things. They're not gentle. There's already enough darkness without making up stories about shadows, in my opinion. And try Lynn. She seems very interested in the ghosts. I honestly didn't pay much attention during history lessons at my previous school. You could always ask in the town. Goodbye.
Okay, let's go here. Audacious portents. Harmonic combinations, remember that. Harmonic combinations are something you really need to know about. I'll show you that later when I start getting to where I can do them.
Always good to see you wandering the school. You're the best among us, after all. So it makes everyone train a little harder when you're around. The tricky part is making sure we're emulating you, not hoping to take you down a peg. You should think carefully before bruising the tender egos around here.
Tender egos, you mean Gao.
Oh, did I tell you to see Master...
Oh, let's go look at Lynn. I don't feel like tormenting Gao again just yet. Student
Gao
of no name.
refuses to practice with the rest of us. He thinks he's too good for us. Dawn Star is very skilled, but she doesn't leave her garden very often. Remember the basics. Remember the basics. Why does Master Lee keep repeating that?
Because the basics are the most important part of martial arts.
Our most senior student has a spare moment to spend with me. An honor. No, wait, I shouldn't be like that. Master Lee always reminds me that jealousy is a low path and not worthy of one of his students. I understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our example. It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Lee saying, "You must strive to be like Lin in all things," to the others. Just the opposite, more likely.
Don't worry about following orders. Walk your own path. Don't give him a choice. Be the
That
best
makes
you can.
sense. Is that how you live your life? If so, it certainly seems to be an effective philosophy.
This is an unusual one.
Maybe I should spend more time training and less time worrying about where I stand in the school. How else will I be good enough to take you down one of these days? Besides, there might be bigger things to worry about. I find myself intrigued by the ghost tales that everyone's mentioned. You think I will talk about them behind their backs? I will, but I don't want people to think of me as the local gossip, even if I am just that.
Yay, gossip!
Of note? There's only one student of note, and that would be you. Everyone else, even Dawnstar, is just a background for you and your supposed destiny. I'm sure you know that your implied status causes jealous remarks. I have muttered a few, but I don't mean you harm. The one you should be careful of is Gao, but I'm not telling you anything you don't already know.
Yes, Gao is a jerk.
You know him as well as I do. A rich man's son. He's attractive, I suppose, but arrogance follows him like a cloud of locusts. I hear his father is the same way. Gao the Greater and Gao the Lesser. Not a family I would want to be a part of.
Lovely names.
Why do you need to ask me about Dawnstar? You know her better than anyone as far as I'm concerned. You two practically grew up together.
Yes.
Maybe that's why you two get along so well. Maybe her sense for ghosts and the like meshes well with the great destiny Master Li sees for
Yeah,
you.
I would say that's possible.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like that. Dawnstar is a fine person. She just sees things that I can't. I know there are ghosts and spirits, but why should she be able to sense them when I can't? What makes her special? While Master Li tries to never let it show, he obviously holds a special place in his heart for you two. I
Well,
suppose that's hard to deal with, even if I have been here far less time than you two. Master Li never stops talking about you. You are special, or so we are repeatedly told. It can get annoying. Then again, some find it outright threatening.
yes, Gao. Already asked. Let's
If Other than what Dawnstar senses, all I have is stories, but they're becoming more and more common. Tales of people being haunted by loved ones, and mad ghosts attacking people on the roads, or even in their homes.
Oh no!
And Master Li accepts Dawnstar's ability to see and sense things others can't. If he believes her, then how could I believe otherwise? They're exactly what you'd expect. The souls of humans who have died. According to all the legends, when you die, your soul travels to the underworld. Once there, your soul is judged and placed upon the wheel of life, so that it can return to this world in a new life.
Yes, reincarnation.
A soul that doesn't return to the wheel of life becomes a ghost.
And causes trouble.
According to the stories, ghosts are usually people whose souls are trapped in this world, either by circumstance or because they won't let go of their old lives. The thing is, those circumstances are very rare, and you never heard about ghosts 10 years ago. Now everyone's talking about them.
Yeah.
It's like something has happened, and people aren't leaving this world like they should be. Either that or it's mass hysteria, but I can't believe that explanation. That was my first question when I started hearing these rumors. Apparently they can look just like us, though possibly pale and faded. Some ghosts have been around a long time, and apparently they begin to change. They grow distant from their bodies and become more monsters than people. The scary thing is that a lot of the stories I've been hearing are about these old ghosts, the ones that look like monsters. It just doesn't make sense.
How wonderful.
If you...
Spar. Oh, let's talk about her first.
I'm sure you figured out most of my little quirks by now. I've been here a few years.
She's a gossip.
I wasn't the delicate flower my family had hoped for.
I think she
They
does.
believed school would calm my spirit. But Master Lee has shown me how to focus myself. I have learned many skills while here, and not many of them require that I be delicate.
Yay!
When I am done, I haven't really thought about it. I won't go home. There's no place for me there. If I can stomach the books, I could become a scholar. Perhaps I'll go to the Imperial City. I should see it at least once in my life.
Good job. Yeah, that scholar. That'd be a good job.
I wasn't the...
Oh, I already
But
asked
Master Lee-
this.
If...
And sparring.
Of course. Excellent. Let's see if we can use Smiling Mountain's...
Legendary strike. Heavenly wave. Legendary strike. Heavenly wave. Legendary strike.
I think she interrupted my power attack. I have, whoa. Wow, she did a little bit of damage.
Heavenly wave.
Did she just catch herself on fire? I've never had that happen before. This is a wonderful sparring ground. There's flammable objects on the sparring ground that can be kicked and ouch. That hurt. Are you okay?
Something... Stay...
Looks like you're okay.
I thought Master Lee would... I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer.
Here we go.
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves. Who are you? I'd rather not. He is impatiently traveling the low path, and I long ago
Oh,
abandoned
Gao.
him to it. He is reckless, and he neither seeks nor wants my guidance. As young as he is, Gao has impressive skill. Master Lee has tried to restrain him, but I know how far he has gone. He wields powerful energies, but has the temper of a child. Master Lee has taught the base of such techniques to you and others. Mastering Chi is important for any student here, but he also demands control. Gao's father most likely tutored him. By all that I have heard, both are impatient and spoiled. They can be provoked into explosive outbursts.
Literally.
Master Lee is a private man, and I will not presume to speak for him. His interest in you surpasses the care of any master I have known. He must see great potential in you. Only what she lets me know. A very private woman, despite spending so long in the school. You probably know her as well as anyone does.
Probably know her better.
She has great skill, but a reluctance to use it. If she were to let go, she could be very powerful. Perhaps that is what she fears. If you wish, but only introspection reveals true insight. I used to call the trading center of Phoenix Gate my home, but I am settled here. I have nothing to go back to. It is not important. Suffice to say that I prefer this little village to the temptations of a greater city. Enough about me. What else can I do for you?
Here we go.
It has been several years since I arrived in Two Rivers. I was surprised to find a teacher of Master Lee's ability so far out on the borderlands. It was a fortuitous accident.
Lovely. Why are your ears so
I
big?
have studied the martial arts all my life, and serve your master as I am able. He is devoted to your training and needs someone to assist the other students.
Right. That's why Gao's so pissed.
I am charged with giving... Master Li is very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist?
Okay, now, this is where you get the in-game description of the open palm and the closed fist. Here we go.
A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny. Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within. Tyranny from external sources is easy to find and fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within.
Yes.
True, but that can become a convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly you are the oppressor when all you wanted to do was make things right.
Indeed.
This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions.
See,
It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord, a misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will. An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own. The difference is in the details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted. You are the sum of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you. You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide.
I've never actually noticed that.
I am charged with giving... The turtle's shell protects him only from harm of which he is aware. Ask away. There are a few, but not enough for me to set up some of the more challenging matches that I'm sure there will be more students available later in the day when many of their exercises have concluded. Very well. I'll choose someone who is competent in one-on-one combat. This is only a practice bout, so fight until your opponent is knocked out. Get ready.
They put in fight until knocked out just as a thing. It's the same sort of defeat as when you kill someone. Even the same animations.
Heavenly Wave. Legendary Strike.
Did
Very
I
good.
beat him
Another
in one
victory
blow?
well earned. Now, is there anything... Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger, or better able to focus your mind or magic. Training has worth, and Master Li allows me to collect a small fee to reinforce this. Travel outside 2 rivers and you will find my prices are quite reasonable.
Yes, they are.
No, I try to improve base abilities, but through the basics that Master Lee has instilled. When you have the opportunity, I'm sure you will pick up new styles quickly.
Indeed you will.
Let's see what you...
See, I have no money right now, but they're all 400. If you're careful, I think you can get all 3. Okay. I think I have done everything. No. Wait a moment. There's stuff to do. Wander around. Dawnstar's Garden.
Owo sayur uyukap wo tarwayo shatir owo.
Cool. Gardening is stupid, but I like playing here.
If we're lucky, Dawnstar will bring us some sweets when she gets back. Dawnstar's garden is peaceful, even when she's not here.
Owo sayur uyukap wo tarwayo shatir owo.
The inner self. Okay, these recover chi and life. Ooh. And these recover focus. I haven't used focus much, but we'll see.
Greetings, fellow student. The gate is closed for now, and I am tasked with keeping it. Master Lee has asked that no students leave the school until the morning meditations are concluded. Please do not. This is the first task I have been given, and I don't want to get... What do you mean? Some sort of test? Ask me anything. I am ready to try. Wait, I know this. Yes, it's weapon, martial, support, transformation, and magic. Weapon and martial styles are pretty self-explanatory. Support styles allow you to paralyze, slow, or otherwise hamper your foes. Magic styles allow you to use your chi to control the elements, while transformation styles allow you to assume the form of creatures or even demons. I'm only repeating what I have learned in my time here, senior student, but that was one of the first things I memorized. Chi is our internal magical energy. Is that it? Yes. And we can use our chi to hasten the healing process of superficial wounds.
Yes, we can.
I'm sure that's right.
Whoops, I skipped
I can't
something.
channel my chi like you and Dawnstar yet, but one day.
I skipped something.
Of his history? Nothing. He is supposed to be a great master, but I just arrived, so I know very little about him. I wish I knew more, senior student, but that is all I can answer about our master.
Thank you, that will be all, Seafat.
Oh, good. I mean, yes, thank you, senior student, for the chance to answer your questions. Master Lee was looking to speak with you, wasn't he? After he left me here, he went back to his house in the center of the school, if you're looking for him.
Yeah, but I'm wandering around talking to people aimlessly for a little bit. Here we go. Oh, another path. And that journal thing is annoying me, so... Hey, look!
Oh, senior student. Not too many people come back here this time of day, so we thought we'd take a moment to practice.
Sure.
Would you like to join us? We could team up against you and learn from the best.
Oh, team up against me. That sounds wonderful.
We should keep practicing. We have a weapons training session later this afternoon. If you wanted to help us practice in... This is good news!
Now, let's... Oh, yeah. This early in the game, you run out of focus really
That's
fast.
Enough. I didn't think we'd win, but it was an honor to face you. Thank you very much. We have to go. Smiling Mountain's going to be teaching a class soon, and then we have weapons training.
Yay! So I've gone through everything. Time to go talk.
I have nothing to say to a dog bounding after its master. Go bother someone else.
I cannot wait till I get to beat your face in Nathan Fillion. I usually like Nathan Fillion's characters. He's a great actor. He's a nice guy that I've never actually met, but everything I've heard about him says he's a nice guy. But this character is such a jerk.
There you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jinwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring. Have you given thought to your future?
I generally do. I will train others as you have trained me.
Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember that classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret. Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Lee!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him, and Kiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Lee. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters. You will have your chance to fight soon enough. Go to Gujin, the weapon master. He has a weapon for you, and you will have need of it before long. On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over. Dawnstar will be near her garden at the entrance to the school. Gujin will be in his shop near the village gate, up the stairs from the village square. Good. The time comes.
Okay. Oh, before we move, this is kind of approach the R. This is a little mini thing here. Place the blue figure. Put the red figure. Yellow.
The obvious path is humble, safe, but pays the wage of a cook, not a champion.
Hey, I got a silver. Now, what do I need to do with this silver? Oh, yes. Oh, they're still sparring. They're still practicing despite the call of bandits, and I'm wandering around doing random stuff. I love being in a video game where time is never of the essence. Unless it is. In a artificial and very arbitrary manner. I lost the silver coin and I got a lion head token. Now what am I going to do with this lion head token? Wahahaha. Ha 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 ha. I am going to come back over here. And I am going to approach, examine the markings. Real example of lessons otherwise presented abstractly in class has not seen use in some time. But that was probably an additional element of the test performed by the master who placed it. You cannot recall Master Lee ever referring to the statue. Different masters prefer different methods of teaching. Approach the altar. Oh! Put the token in the lion's mouth. It glows green. Nothing happens. Ooh! Now it grows orange. Ooh, now it becomes purple.
Examine your world from all angles, and you will see the interconnectedness of all things. Even that which is humble can be the key to greater things.
Gaze of the Lion. And if you want to see what Gaze of the Lion does, we'll come here, go look at techniques. It gives +2 health and +2 focus. Which is why this is 132 and this is 132. Okay. Now, having done that, we'll start heading out. Go out the gate this time instead of sneak out the back. Hey, Gao!
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared that Master Lee might find out?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with unsubtle advances. How very like you, Gao. No doubt a tactic learned from your criminal father.
His name is Gao the Greater, and he built a fortune out of some ragged thieves and slave traders. If my charm can't lift your spirit, I'll buy the ground from under you.
Flaunting your father's undeserved wealth does not impress me, Gao. It only serves to push me further away.
I hope I am interrupting.
You step beyond your station. She and I are discussing her future.
Thank you, Gao, but I'll pick my own poison. Now leave, and if you'd be so kind, stay downwind.
I won't forget this, Dawnstar. You show great disrespect. You as well. You will not take all the glory if there is an attack. We are not through.
Oh, he is Gao the Lesser in all respects. I thought Master Lee allowed him to stay so that the influence of the father could be countered, but Gao never learns.
That's a good one. Lesser in all
He
respects.
acts like he's above Master Lee's teachings. Such are the conceits of wealth, I suppose. I appreciate that you arrived when you did. What does Gao the Lesser ever want? He's convinced that he can buy everything, and that includes people. He's a spoiled little man. I'd rather not dwell on him. Let's not increase his influence by talking. Yes, he said you were coming. He just passed here with Si Pat on his way to help Kia Min. It's strange that Master Lee was concerned that this would interrupt your training. His respect for your potential is just so absolute. Has he told you any more about your future? Oh, don't be such a sour fish. I wonder about it all the time. You are filled with such promise. My abilities seem so much darker.
Yeah, well...
I can see into the spiritual, an ability that grants some insight, but it doesn't seem to be useful for anything other than keeping me awake at night. I helped Master Lee discover the unrest that shapes your future, but I see only problems, while you are destined to find solutions. I envy you for that.
Well, somebody needs to find the problem before we can, I'd rather stand beside my
I'm
friends.
glad. You have always kept your feet on the ground. What does Master Lee say? That you should keep the basics close to heart? Let's go get your weapon from Guzhin's workshop. It shouldn't be too hard to fend off simple bandits. They're foolish to attempt. Of course, good company will make the walk go faster.
Yes, we're going off to challenge some bandits. It's always best to have some company along for that. Makes things more pleasant. Oh, and I forgot to switch her to support style. I prefer to have... I think I will. Support. Now she recovers my chi.
Nice little town you have here. Not a lot of guards, are there? How are your stocks of food?
I don't know you. Why are you asking me all these questions?
Because they're bandits.
This town isn't well guarded. Forget it, let's just start looting. We'll get first crack at the good stuff.
See? They're bandits.
You're right. This isn't worth it.
And my cat-like reflexes, I do nothing to stop that. Despite the fact it takes me a couple seconds to knock them
moved
off
so
down.
quickly. We need your weapon. Guzhin will be in...
Heavens, no!
It's so awful. They killed him.
And I cut off
Heavens, no!
Dawn Star about the weapon. Let's see what she says.
What was that noise from the town square? Are people fighting?
I've never been back here. Oh, there's lots of stuff here. Oh, there's money here. I can steal it. Yay, role-playing game. Computer role-playing games.
Bandits, huh? I see a lot of them. I better let someone else have... Can't abandon the gate. You never know if they're... No, please. I can't fight. I just didn't want to be your lockpicker. Guarding the gate looked easy. Please don't let them get...
Ah, coward.
This building is Guzhin's place. As soon as we can, we should see him to arm ourselves.
That's sort of why I'm here. Ooh, the martial arts. Whoa! I got another technique. +7 focus. Awesome.
So?
Hello, Weapon Master Guzhin. Good day to you.
Oh.
If you'd prefer, I don't need to use Thofan. Now, what brings you here? Already? I assume you dealt with them, and the rest are in for quite a surprise when they get here. Well, no time to waste. Dawnstar, I watched you practice with that new blade yesterday, and I must say you take to it naturally. I want you to keep it and use it as your own.
This is a great honor. A good weapon is a true warrior's most treasured possession.
You know, you came here with Master Li as just a babe. I came not long after, and I've been holding on to a weapon for you ever since.
Yep.
Well, two, actually. But you need to choose which one you'll take. Master Li wants you to stay focused on your first weapon. Anything? I don't know where your master acquired these, but he has honored me with the care of 2 legendary weapons. You may arm yourself with either the legendary longsword, Fortune's favorite, or the famed staff, Golden Star.
I'm going to go with the staff this
They
time.
say Golden
It's really
Star was forged as a gift
not the
to a
better
water
weapon.
spirit of the Silkworm River. A young noble convinced the great eastern serpent to fly him to the stars, where he dipped this staff in the tail of a comet.
It's not really the best.
It could be pure fantasy, but the staff certainly isn't. It's strong and has an excellent reach. Your foes will tremble if they see you wielding it.
Right. I'll take it.
Your weapon is
because I did sword last time.
and you'll need it with these bandits so close. If you decide you truly don't like it, however, you can come see me after the bandits are dealt with.
Yay!
One more thing you need to know. These weapons strike with deadly... Master Li has been training you so that you'd be ready for this kind... That you should. Those people will be looking to you for leadership until...
Here we go. CPAT.
Senior student. Oh, excuse me, Weapon Master. I did not mean to interrupt.
Calm down, student. What has you so flustered?
The bandits. They've already been sighted down by the beach, and they're making their way toward the town. They're making their way toward the town now. The few men in the militia weren't able to stop them.
Run back to school, warn everybody else.
I will run to the school and seal the gates. Make your way to the beach and teach these bandits a lesson.
You've done well, lad. Go back to the school now. Your friends have some new weapons they're dying to try out, I'm sure.
Yay. Okay. Now, the staff is really kind of bleh, but, oh well. Oh, it's already there.
Legendary, stop!
But as I said, I already did the sword last time, and I'm going to go ahead and go with the staff. I like staves. I just...
Help! Someone! They're all over the beach! Bandits!
Hold your tongue, old man! This village is ours!
We have to help. Be careful, these louts will show no...
Kill anyone in our way! We'll strip this village bare!
I can't face them alone!
You can't fight us! There's no one to help you!
Legendary strike.
I knew someone from the school would help. Please, my boy Nijo is trying to fight them down on the beach.
Okay.
I can hear fighting to the east. We have to push these bandits back off the beach.
But first, these guys.
Thank the heavens you came down here. They're animals.
Now you want to do a little extra damage? Start putting chi into your attacks. Or use it for healing. Okay, now I can take this, or I can leave it. I think I'll take it. Okay, cool. Because I'm going to be a little bit... I took it last time. This is slightly being a jerk since I just took someone's life savings, but oh well. All in the name of a good cause. Now, where was that spirit thing? Oh yeah, it was over here with the gate guard. And you do not have to hang around. You just have to click and start. Which is kind of... I do not know why they made two different shrines for that. Well, I kind of do, but you'd think they would have done 3 instead of 2, but I guess they found that too complicated. But yeah, it's saving for me. Okay. This fight kind of gets me killed
Yet
fairly
another
often.
village with no purpose. I will replenish our supplies and continue my search elsewhere. You will all, of course, have to die.
Yay! Just... Ooh, wow.
Heavenly wave.
Empire! Look out!
Now you want to see legendary, harmonic combo. That's what a legendary strike does. Of course, now I'm out of focus. It's really hard to do early in the game.
Look out!
One of the reasons I don't like legendary strike is it's because it's a kick-based thing, and I prefer punch-based arts with my characters. I'm not sure why. Ooh, level up. And more focus.
Legendary strike.
Watch yourself!
I think I'll switch.
Legendary strike.
And I'll take advantage of the fact that what's her name fills up my Yeah, your movement can interrupt people. Remember that. And other people's movement can interrupt you.
What are you? Your skills are more than this tiny village warrants. But I also see something strange, an oddity. You could be an anomaly or a sign of who I seek. A further test is needed. These mercenaries are not the only threat I command. Let us see you contend with this.
Okay, here we go. Yay, magic! Yep, I can't level up. Now, focus doesn't last long at this level point of the game. Here we go.
Impressive. Clearly, I have
Nice
been too
claws.
dismissive in my search. This village will be torn asunder. Whatever you are hiding, I will have it.
My character is what the village is hiding.
I have seen enough of your skills. You will die now, so I am not troubled later.
Oh well. That's an early into the game, except for this. I really wish could duplicate that.
Well fought, my student, but I cannot risk you against a foe like this yet.
So blatant. We never thought to look in so humble a place. We expected an army. Your strategy, as always, is impeccable.
Your search is over, assassin, but no one will hear of your success.
took a few more blows to kill this guy than you end up being able to do at the end of the game.
It would seem that my past is catching up to me, and you are destined to be swept along. You have faced your first spirit opponents far sooner than I intended. Dawnstar can explain the nature of such creatures. I must go and make sure everything is in place. I thought I had more time, but perhaps you are ready. You would have fought, and you would have died. You are not ready, but you soon will be. There is no choice left to us. I will explain at the school.
Good.
You have done well, but more than this awaits you. See to your fellow villagers and students, and return to me at the school. We have a great deal to discuss.
Ooh, I can level up now. Okay. More focus. More spirit. More body. There we go. 10 style points. Ooh, I'm going to go with the focusing on the weapon and focus costs, and can't. This, and I can't. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is the Legendary Strike. I'm not going to put any in Heavenly Wave. It is an okay support thing, but it's not my favorite. And I'm going to put this in Speed Increase. I tend to go for Speed first.
We fought well against those bandits, but I had no idea Master Li could command that kind of power. He destroyed that ship so easily.
Yes, he did.
This is so confusing. Master Li said I could explain the nature of spirits, but these were different. That sorcerer forced them to appear like wild dogs let loose. So many spirits seem lost, as if the way to their rest is blocked. I didn't think they were dangerous, but those on the beach, I sensed madness. Time drove them mad. You disrupted them by defeating them in combat. They will not reform for a long time. I hope there is peace in that, but I don't know. So much is worrying me.
Oh, okay.
I was worried enough when we were expecting bandits. Now it seems there are dangers we don't even know about. Master Li called that sorcerer an assassin. Assassins don't attack at random. They have very specific prey. I don't want anything to happen to this home. I've never belonged anywhere else.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the call knows where we live.
Names or titles are often given based on significant events or particular skills. I was apparently named for a red glow opposite the morning sun on the day of my birth. I have no other information than that. I remember moving around a lot, and for some reason the robes of that sorcerer looked familiar to me. I don't know why. I'm sure it's nothing, just the memories of childhood playing tricks. With glimpses of the spirit realm invading my thoughts, I could have seen them anywhere. I can't remember specific incidents, but I am used to being shunned. People are not very welcoming of those who appear to not let the dead lay peacefully. Master Li said I was brought to him by a concerned ally who received me from yet another person. That person wanted me safe, but he said he couldn't ensure it himself. Master Li doesn't know who that guardian was, or what I needed protection from. He promised to look into it, but he's not had time. Your training has taken precedence. My abilities are just a curiosity. You are the center of attention here. I prefer it this way. I can just be.
Cool.
Yes, I suppose you know something about that as well. I hope this does not sound odd, but I am glad we share that. Thanks for this talk. The events on the beach worried me, but you always improve my mood. Let's get back to what you need to do. I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating chi has not come as naturally to me as it has to you. The things I do are different. I can see spirit shapes and hear the odd whisper. Master Li was surprised, but he has not had time to look into it further. Your training is his primary interest. Hopefully I'll find my skills useful for more than just keeping me up at night. Could we... We are all spiritual creatures. When we die, our spirits are released to find their way to the underworld. The journey eases the transition from life to death. If their time among the living was troubled or painful, spirits sometimes get lost. They can seem almost alive and are often mistaken for living creatures. They usually only appear for a short time. They say what they need to say and then are drawn to the underworld. If a person's life is very traumatic, his or her spirit can lose its way for a long time. They can go mad trapped in the world of the living. Maddened spirits change. They lose their connection to the living world and begin to channel darker emotions. They can be very I've only seen hints of those. It's been enough. I'm very worried about what may be... I don't know. That's the kind of thing old men sit on mountains to discover. Some say it is a place of judgment. Maybe it's about reincarnation. You'd think we could just ask the spirits themselves, but if we can't really understand our own answers, how can we hope to fathom their... Well, we've already visited Gu Jin, who used to be a guard in the west, they say. Old Ming always has a story. Merchant Fen Do is in the village square. He's been expecting new goods any day now, for weeks. Oh, for training or learning the philosophy behind martial combat, go see Smiling Mountain.
Okay.